Hey everyone, it's Kayla and Camille. Thanks for joining us again on Twin Tuesdays. So this week joining us is David Hayden with Hayden Home Solutions. He is going to talk to us about his concierge services that you as agents can provide to your residential clients. So David, I'm going to turn it over to you. If you could talk a little bit about just how you get started in the concierge process, because we all know it's a lot to real estate. But then, when you're going through a transaction, kind of walk us through like where we contact you and just what services you provide.
Okay, thank you both. Thank you both. Well, again, my name is David Hayden. My wife and I are proud owners of Hayden Home Solutions, as Camille said. And we got started with this business of ours probably about 2010. And it was mainly out of a need to get our own services, which was at that time was just natural gas. We just wanted to get a good natural gas service. And at the time, I found an opportunity to help a lot of people to get their gas as at a cheaper rate. A lot of them didn't know what they were buying; they were just buying it and not knowing what they were actually getting. And over the time, it has evolved to the point now where we not only have the natural gas, electricity, all the essential services that people need when they buy in their home or getting an apartment, or even if they're doing real estate investors, they're doing flipping. So some of all the services that they're going to need. Again, as a list of those is the energy, internet, home security services, their television services, uh, their identity protection. So all these services that people are going to need, we can get them in a one-stop shop, so to speak. Now, we don't have all the services in all areas of the country, but we do have them in the majority areas of the country that we can provide services to them for. And so as of right now, though, I started to realize that a lot of real estate agents were leaving a lot of money, what we call leaving a lot of money on the table. And the way I say that is the agents will go out and get the clients. They're fostering the clients. They're getting the clients to go through the whole process of buying a home. And then at the end of closing, those clients then in turn ask them for specific services that they can need. And the agents are then sending them over as a referral to someone else. And that other person is reaping the harvest or reaping the benefit of this agent's months of work. And they had no skin in the game. They just getting the benefit of it. So what I'm trying to do now is work with a lot of agents to show them how, as an added value to their customers, a concierge service where they can help their clients get all the services they need. And the beauty of it is the clients or the agents can get a residual income each and every month when these clients pay those bills. And some of them are because they are contract, maybe 3 to 5 years that these clients are going to be paying that particular bill. They're not going anywhere. They're going to need these services. So that's 5 years of residual income that those agents can get. Also, one of the things that we have that this is really key for me is a lot of times the agents will get a new client signed up, and maybe the client, maybe they're having challenge credit. I wouldn't say bad credit, just challenges that they need to go through the process of rebuilding the credit as their the agents are helping them do that. Well, we have a identity protection program that will, from day one, will let the clients know each and every time anything happens to their accounts, their gas, their bank card accounts, their checking accounts, even their social media accounts, anything that they're associated with them and their ID, that can be protected from day one. And because the last thing a client wants to do, an agent wants to do, is have a client show up at the closing table only to find out that someone has stolen their identity, purchased something, and now their debt to credit ratio has changed, and they no longer qualify for that loan or that home. And that oftentimes happens at closing or right before. So we want to tell the agents, let's protect not only the clients, but protect themselves and protect the mortgage lender as they're going along. So things don't happen. They do happen, but we don't want them to happen. So we can prevent that. And that would be something that for less than $1 a day, that they can set that up for that client. And then at the end, like I said, doing after closing, if they have clients that need the different services, they can refer those services to themselves per se, and they get the benefit of that residual income for the life of that service for that client. So that's what I really want to stress to the agents, that they maybe look into it more of how they can get more money. I call it more money after closing, because it's good to get those big checks at closing, but why not have more money coming in after the closing for your efforts that you have put out? So
Yeah. So to that point, when would an agent or a client contact you for your services? Because you said before the closing table, they definitely want to have that identity protection. So when do you feel we should reach out to you? Because obviously it's a process for us to go through contract, go through inspection time. And so is
mhm.
it a week before closing, 2 weeks, a month? Like when is ideal?
Well, for the some of the services, well, the one for the identity protection, you want that day one. You want that when you sign that contract of what's called a right to represent or whatever. You want that in place right away. And like I said, that's you could agent can pay for it for the client, or they can have the client pay for it. And like I said, it's only $25, $24 a month. Okay, so that's day one. Then, as they get in closer to closing, if they know they're going to be closing a home, they want to make sure that which services are they going to want? Are they going to want if it's out of state from Georgia? Are they going to want electricity? Are they going to need natural gas? Are they going to need their internet services? So all these things we can go ahead and have pre-set up. We won't set them up completely. We want to have it already, making sure that because some areas they may not even get. Just for instance, if they want AT&T for their internet service, their home may be in an area that is only serviced by Xfinity. So we want to know that up front, that say, well, we can't service that area because they don't have the infrastructure. So some of those things we can go ahead and pre-set up and maybe even give a date. So that's maybe a week or two, but we don't want to be too far out because the date's too far, but we don't want to be last minute either, because there may be some um, time constraints where they can't get services turned on within of 2 or 3 days, and they're moving in tomorrow and they haven't gotten the gas turned on yet. So we don't want that kind of conflict to happen. And as far as the agent's concerned, they can just give a precursor just to say, I've got this client that is going to be needing this number of services, and I can reach out to them and go ahead and get some of that set up for them ahead of time. And then if the agents are looking to get that residual income, that would be something that we'd have to do in a different setting, a setup, where I would have to get them set up so they have their own accounts, but I can literally actually work their accounts for them, so they don't feel like they got an additional workload. All they need to do is get themselves set up in place, get positioned, and then let me help them help their clients.
Right. And you mentioned several different states. So what other states other than Georgia are you able to assist in?
Oh, if give me a service and I can tell you pretty much.
Let's say electric.
Electric. Electric, we're looking at Texas, Oklahoma, um, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, New York, New Jersey. Almost all of the Northeast is
Okay.
electric, and some of those also are dual commodities when they have electric and natural gas.
Okay.
When it comes to the internet services, all 50 states. When it comes to home
Great.
security, obviously, all 50 states. So we're good to go there.
Awesome. Good to know. Okay, is there anything else that you feel like you want to share with our viewers?
Well, other than say with the agents, I would literally want them to sit down and say, just think about how many closings you've had in the last let's just say in the last year.
Yeah.
And with most of those, with some of the services, a lot of the services, that could be anywhere residual wise, $300-400 a month that they could have been receiving,
Mhm.
and just multiply that of what's going to happen over the next year. And if they're a broker, and they have several agents that's working with them, then all of those clients could be receiving residual income from all of the clients for the work that all the agents within that brokerage is doing. So that's a lot of money that like I said, we can't go back and recoup it. But if we
Right.
think going forward, how much are we looking at in 2023? Anticipate that of how many closings that you're going to have, and just multiply that, and think of ways to, as a broker, think of ways that those monies, those additional incomes, can maybe even help some of the I won't call younger, but junior agents, help them through some of the hard times. Or maybe if you have charities that the agencies foster and support, those monies could help go towards those things, and you don't have to be going around asking for donations around Christmas time and things like that. So, but the money's there. We just got to go get it, because somebody's going to get it. Somebody's going to get the money, and it might as well be the people who've done the work.
Yeah. I totally agree. Um, I definitely appreciate your services. I think I met you at a networking event over a year ago
Yeah,
now.
it's been a while. I think it was one of
Yeah.
my first one uh, post COVID that I actually got out to, and I had a young lady, and I appreciate it. A young lady sent me, called me and wanted to get her services, and she told me you referred me, and I'm like, okay. And then I kept thinking, okay, I need to call her. I need to call her. And then we ran into each other again, and then
That was
a
Miss
few months
Barbara.
later, hey,
Yep.
I'm meeting your sister. Yeah, I'm meeting your sister as well. So,
Yeah.
but that's the good thing that I love about networking, is because you never know who's going to need what we have. And I truly appreciate this opportunity that you ladies are affording me right now.
Absolutely. Pleasure is all ours. Definitely. I mean, this is such a crucial service to our business, because we do want to look for ways to add value to our clients, even after
Mhm.
the transaction. And this definitely helps. I know my client was in a pinch and I was like, call David, he can help. I think it was the gas that she was
It,
struggling
it,
with.
it was.
And we just couldn't figure it out. And I was like, but I know who can. So it really helped to have you in place, because I didn't know where to begin. And that's just the power of networking, staying in contact, just keeping your services in the forefront of people's minds, because when we are in that pinch, we definitely want to have somebody to call. And I'm so grateful because I mean, that was literally a long look for that client to be able to get her into that house. So, I mean, longest transaction ever. So, I definitely appreciate you wrapping that up. And that's just, I
My
mean,
pleasure.
that's how the business works. We've got to, continue to look out for each other, help each other in any way we can, and help ourselves too, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So, David, let everyone know how to reach you.
Well, there's two ways. The best way is give me a phone call, and my number is 678-697-8964. Again, 678-697-8964. Or you can just reach me via David at Hayden, Hayden, homesolutions.com. Either way, you're going to get me. And I'll reach back out. I try to reach back out. If I don't get you on the phone within 15, 20 minutes, and sometimes I'll just tell you I'm gonna call you right back because I may be working with another client or such. But I will get back with you. And the good thing is, I don't do any hard sales, by the way.
Yeah,
And I give everybody all the information they need, and I'll give them enough information to make a logical decision, which is going to be based for them, which is going to be good for them. Because it's not about the money, it's about making sure everybody's getting what they need, not what I need. So I just let
exactly.
everybody know that. So yeah, if anybody has any further questions or how uh, this program or what my services are can be specific for them, I highly encourage them to give me a call and let's talk about it.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, some words of encouragement for the week. Where you are is where you are meant to be right now. Find peace within your progress. Until next time, follow us, like us, and subscribe on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. T.W.I.R E, Twins Winning in Real Estate. Thanks for joining us.